Oh, so brand new have just casually returned out of nowhere after 7 years, 7 months, and 7 days. So I guess it's time for me to come back too. Hey neighbor, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John. Brand new, an indie, alternative rock, and post-hardcore band are back from the dead after years, almost a decade of being away after some allegations broke surrounding their frontman Jesse Lacey. The band went into hibernation and returned 7 years later, which there's some symbolism in there, but we'll get to that. First and foremost, before we have the reminders on the allegations and how we got here, I am ecstatic that this band is back. This is one of my top 10 favorite bands of all time, and I secured Nashville tickets for myself and my wife. We had never gotten to see them together, but we're finally making it happen. Thank you, brand new. Just play a career-spanning set in Nashville and we'll be square. Alright, so with the return of brand new comes the return of the discourse surrounding Jesse Lacey. And if you're unfamiliar, I'm gonna do my best to fill you in without bombarding you with unnecessary info. There's been a lot of distractions over the years and also a lot of amplified lies that were built off of the initial allegations, and it turned into this whole snowball effect where Jesse Lacey is being accused of being a rapist, being accused of all these other sex crimes, and really what it boils down to, while bad things likely did occur, it was over the internet and also about 20 years ago. There's an apology up on the brand new Facebook page from 2017 that Jesse Lacey posted himself, and a lot of people said that the apology did not do enough to address specific concerns, but to that, I would say it kind of gets into that legal gray area, especially if the accuser that made the allegations in the first place is not known to be the most credible source. Nearly 8 years after the Me Too movement sparked in the fall of 2017, a lot of people have come back to re-examine some of the cases that were maybe a little bit more of that gray area, and maybe this could be a second chance type of opportunity. You know, not your Harvey Weinsteins. From everything I understand, there were 2 accusers total. Initially, it started with an accusation posted through Uproxx, and then it became a second thing where 2 alleged victims of brand new's Jesse Lacey detail years of sexual exploitation of minors. That's a pretty insane headline. I would not blame you for dipping out just seeing that at surface level, but the problem with headline culture and just the idea of social media flying by at a lightning's pace, it's that we miss the nuance in these situations, or that a lot of us do. And I've definitely been on both sides of the fence, right and wrong, and I'm not claiming to know all of the details or to know all of the pain that may have been caused by Jesse Lacey's past misconduct. All I'm trying to say is that at what point do we have to just say, okay, maybe this person has changed. They've clearly been making an effort. Jesse has gone to therapy. His wife, Andrea, has detailed a lot of things that they've been through, including the death of their son, Miles, which is just an unfathomable tragedy that I'm sure has shaped Jesse's new songs even more. With the return of brand new looming on the horizon and these allegations from the past still echoing out into certain corners, it has been refreshing to see some updated discourse, as places like Reddit, the brand new subreddit specifically, have pointed out. Even over in r/music, people are starting to wake up to the fact that there are actual monsters in this industry. You can see the girl's original comment on a post here. Yes, he solicited nudes from me starting when I was 15 and he was 24, manipulated the hell out of me. Oh, and he made me watch him masturbate on Skype. Apparently that's a common thing with predators. If true, absolutely horrible. I have no defense for those actions whatsoever, but I'm going to revert back to my point of this industry being full of your MGKs tweeting about underage girls, your Drakes hanging out with Millie Bobby Brown, certified pedophiles, your Harvey Weinsteins, your P. Diddy's, your potentially Jay-Z's, and we're worried about Jesse Lacey 20 years ago? I'm not trying to invalidate the experiences of these potential victims. I'm just trying to provide another perspective that a lot of times does not get inserted into the conversation. And even to some of my friends, I know that your hearts are in the right place as far as what you think you're doing by gatekeeping brand new, or by keeping your foot on their neck, and by keeping them on the limits of the scene, or whatever it is you might think you're doing. But really, it's just creating this weird false dialogue where people are just so unsure how to feel about everything at all times that they end up defaulting to what somebody else tells them. Anyways, during their years away, Jesse Lacey did play some solo acoustic shows, in addition to a couple of secret shows with his band Brand New, the most recent one taking place in December of last year. Brand New reunite after 7 years for secret performance and debut new music. This is true. That was initially reported on back in December, and fast forward to March, Brand New tour dates are popping up on the interwebs. The subreddit is going insane, and your boy is doing any and everything to secure that pre-sale tour code. The first show back will be in Dallas, Texas, exactly 7 years, 7 months, and 7 days after the release of Science Fiction. Tell me that these guys are not prophetic and don't know exactly what they're doing. It's almost giving My Chemical Romance Gerard Way, California in the Desert 2019 in homage to Smashing Pumpkins and Billy Corgan and the way all that was done, but I digress. It turns out the Easter Bunny is real because the eggs are out there, they're being discovered, the tickets are being bought, the shows are on sale now. It's actually real, it's actually happening. If I had to guess, this is Brand New testing out the waters to see what is the demand for Brand New in 2025. The venue that I'm going to is a 5,000 capacity venue, so not exactly small, not massive, mind you, but still, it's clear that they're testing the waters to see if there's more demand. I think a full tour is going to be announced. Obviously, there's new music, so new album, please? The world is falling apart around us. Even if you don't agree with my stance on Brand New, I'm just gonna have to tell you to let me have this one. If I could wax poetic for just a moment to maybe explain why it is I love this band so much, why I feel so tethered and connected. Is it a secret emo bond that formed in my middle teenage years? Yes, it's probably that. It's forged in fire. We all know that that's a handshake that you can't take back. But it's also the way that they've stayed with me, the way that I've matured with them. Songs that I never would have fully understood, from The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me or Daisy, are now songs that speak to my own religious trauma in such specific ways that it feels impossible to have been conjured, but here it is. The detail of this battle between good and bad in the mortal realm is ongoing. Fight off your demons. It's right there. It's one of the band's logos, catchphrases, whatever. And whether we're talking Your Favorite Weapon or Science Fiction, this is pretty much a bulletproof discography, if you ask me, and I have no reason to believe, based on the new material that they've debuted live, or at least that Jesse has, that it's not going to rip out my soul, tear me to pieces, and put my eyes through the onion shredder and have all the tears flowing and all the blackness in my heart restored. What do you guys think about the return of Brand New? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm back on YouTube, so thank you guys for liking, subscribing. You can check out more of my Brand New content on screen, Brand New as in the band, and I will see you next time on ARTV.